Welcome to this tutorial on building a natural language processing pipeline from scratch. In this video, we will walk through the essential steps in creating an NLP pipeline using Java. Before we dive in, let's briefly discuss what an NLP pipeline is. Essentially, it's a series of processes that transform raw text into a format that can be easily analyzed or understood by machines. This involves several steps like tokenization, normalization, vectorization, and more. Let's get started by setting up our Java project. We'll be using Maven as our build tool. Next, open the generated project in your favorite IDE. We will utilize dependencies that are required for NLP tasks. Let's modify the pom.xml file to include these dependencies. Now let's begin with the first step in our NLP pipeline, text preprocessing. This includes tokenization, removing punctuation, and lowering the case. Therefore, we will create a Java class named text preprocessor. We have created a text preprocessor class with methods to tokenize, remove punctuation, and convert text to lowercase. Let's implement these methods in our main application class. Let's run our application to see the output. You should see the tokenized words printed in the console. The next step in our NLP pipeline is named entity recognition, or NER for short. We will use Apache OpenNLP for this task. To get started, we need to load a pre-trained NER model. We will create another class named Named Entity Recognizer. In this class, we create a method that recognizes named entities in our tokenized input. Now we need to integrate it into our main method. Before we run the application again, make sure you have a suitable NER model in your resources directory. Otherwise, the NER component may not work correctly. If everything is set up, let's run the application again. You should now see the recognized entities printed alongside their types. This forms a critical part of our NLP pipeline as it helps in understanding the context better. Our pipeline currently handles basic text preprocessing and named entity recognition. The next vital step in NLP is vectorization, which transforms our text into numerical representations. Here, we created a vectorizer class that returns a frequency count of each token. We can integrate this into our main class as well. Let's run the application to see our vector representation of tokens in the output. This technique is essential for converting text data into a structured format for further machine learning applications. With our NLP pipeline now complete, we have implemented text preprocessing, named entity recognition, and vectorization. The final step in many NLP tasks is applying machine learning algorithms to learn from our vectorized representations. Here's a simple structure for a potential machine learning model. You will need to implement an actual algorithm based on your use case. We can assume you will collect training data in the form of a list of vectorized representations. Finally, let's tie everything together by collecting and organizing our process data. This will allow us to train a machine learning model effectively. Here's how we can structure the integration. Now, let's run this full pipeline from text to model training. You will see how every component interacts and ultimately creates a functional NLP pipeline. With our NLP pipeline completed, let's recap what we've gone through. We started with text preprocessing, moved on to named entity recognition, implemented vectorization, and finally looked at how to set the stage for machine learning with our vectorized data. This video provided a comprehensive overview of creating a basic NLP pipeline in Java. Although there is still much more to explore in the field of NLP, you now have a solid foundational understanding to build upon. Thank you for watching.